Hello everyone. This morning we are going to have a lovely flight from London Manchester, which you can see is very busy at the moment. We're going to be flying to Stockholm. The aircraft is ready, so to speak. You need to run through all of the checklists. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into parts. So we're going to have part 1, which is this. It's going to be cold and dark through to takeoff. Then we'll have part 2, takeoff and climb, part 3, descent and landing. You're going to hear some background noise because my kittens have just warmed themselves up and have started going a little bit crazy. So apologies if you hear random background noise, including squeaking. So let's begin. To give you an idea of what's going on here, I've got a lot of scenery added. I will post the contents of my scenery log into the comments section, or the video description, probably better. The main things are Orbex, the HD mesh from AI Pilot, and some airport enhancements, including a really nice airport enhancement pack and some night lighting packs, which you can see if I just spin around this way, get a better view of the runway. In fact, if we go to the tower, look at that. This is very cool. EGCC's got a nice little tower here. I don't have this on London when I go to there. But you can see, you cannot see the lights because I'm in the tower. That's really annoying. Runway view, there you go. So this is early morning, lights are still running. It's nice. Let's just get back to our plane though. This is the Flightfactor A320, and this is the flight for Fly UK. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to mention. Weather is real world weather, so it will download at times. Hopefully nothing will happen in terms of frame rate. Now, there we go, get back to my view. So we are cold and dark, which means connect to ground power unit. We're still paused. Let's unpause. There we go. We should also have the chocks on, although I believe they were already there. So now that we have ground power, let's get the external power on. Let's go over to here to the checklist section. Cockpit preparation, okay, so PFD lights. We're going to do the self-test, so we're going to have to wait a couple of seconds for the self-test to finish. I do also have a plug-in called Speed, Real Speed, or something like that. So you might see a little message flash up here. That's going to happen whenever my frame rate drops below 20. Only dropping below 20 because I have souped up some of the graphics a little bit. I have an RTX 2080 Ti OC. I have further overclocked it. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully that should help. We've got some flickering lights here. Oh, because it's raining. Lovely. Let's have a look outside then. Be nice to see some bad weather. I haven't had bad weather so far. This is only my second flight. Oh look, Thomas Cook. They're no longer flying, which is a shame. Okay, so PFD's bright. ND bright, ECAM upper display bright, and ECAM lower display bright. Floodlights as required. I think we're okay. It's not that dark. Integ light. I can't remember what that is, but I think we're looking okay. So we don't need any additional lighting. Battery on and check voltage. Okay, on and on. Look at that, 28. That's going well. External power is already on. IRS, ADIRS. Let's get those on. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Perfect, they're all aligning now. Electric hydraulic pumps on. I'm going to have to remember which one the electric hydraulic pumps are. Oh no! You know what, I fly this aircraft so often in Flight Simulator X. Anyone watching is going to be shouting, ah, there they are. The electric hydraulic pump is on. Perfect. What next? Fuel pumps on. Get those turned on. There we go. Engine generator on with a fault. Correct. We've got 2 of those on with faults. Packs 1 and 2 should be on. They are. They've got faults because there's no APU at the moment. Engine bleed 1 and 2 on. Yes. It's cold and dark, so if it should. Ugh, not talking properly here. If nothing's showing, it's correct. Right, hot air on. Where's the hot air? I know this one. I know this one. There it is. It's on. So engine, anti-ice, and probe. What's our temperature? 10 degrees. So we don't need that. I think it should be on auto. No, sorry. The engine anti-ice is off. The probe is on auto. Emergency lights should be armed. There they go. That's armed. What else is next? Cabin signs should be on. I'm not going to put the seatbelt signs on just yet because I'm not sure if we've finished refueling. Nav and logo light should be on. Yes, they should because we have power. Captain is flying, so we'll leave it as number 1. EFC 1 and 2. EFC 1 and 2. Oh, I've seen these recently, but I can't. No, it's the MCDU. Well, let's just look for anything that's not turned on. Everything is turned on, so I think we're good. I'll have to check afterwards what that actually is. GPWS is on. Terrain has got a fault. That's not a problem. Pedestal parking brakes should be set. They are currently on. Yes. Flaps are at 0. Yes. Let's go down. Oops. Speed brake retracted. Yep. Engine master 1 and 2 off. Correct. We'll just move that out of the way. We'll move his as well. Engine mode selector normal. Correct. Thrust levers are idle. Yes, they are. Transponder is on standby. Yes, it is. Radio control panel on. Yep. Frequencies set. We're not using ATC today, so we can skip that step. ECAM and main panel. ECAM recall button select. Selected. Landing gear verify down. Yes, and as an additional check, we'll just check the outside of the aircraft. All looking good. As you'd expect, we do have landing gear down. We're not floating in midair. So, MCDU2, doors, verify open. Now, do we have here a jetway? No, we don't. Okay. So, MCDU2. I don't think you open the doors this way. I've been playing with a couple of different ones recently, so packs, there we go. So we are going to call for stairs at the left forward and the left back. We are also going to port a call for a baggage loader at the front. Don't need one at the back. And fuel truck, no, we are already fueled, which means we can go back here and we can turn our lights back on. Back to the checklist. Anti-skid nose wheel steering on and flight director on. So nose wheel steering, yep. Flight director. Interesting. Flight director does not seem to be coming on. I'll have to check that after. Okay, FMGS setup. ATIS ATC clearance, we're ignoring that. I think someone is trying to push back. Ah, there we go. It's an Omni Air International taxiing behind us. Anyway. Transponder code set. We'll put in a random 4-letter code. No, we won't. Why won't we? It's very strange. Please tell me my buttons have not stopped working. No, they haven't. MCDU set, right. So, let's go to the init page. We don't have any company routes saved. So this is EGCC to ESSA, I believe. Yep, SSA. None, yep. Flight number FL644. Cost index with Fly UK is 25. We're going to be cruising at 37,000 feet, so that's flight level 370. IRS initialization. There's a line on reference. There we go. Next. Zero fuel weight. Okay, so here we have to come and set everything up. Passengers today, 135, so I will just put this into here. There we go. So that's a full plane. Cargo. It was 1.6 tons of cargo. And yeah, that's going to go all in the front. Perfect. Performance data, here we go. So, zero fuel weight is 74.1. Sorry? 54.1. That makes more sense. So, 54.1. And CG for zero fuel weight is 27.3. Okay. Block fuel. We have on board. Where's my fuel gone? Have I gone crazy? I thought it was shown on this page as well, but apparently not. So fuel is 8.7 tons. There we go. So that's the initialization page done. Flight plan. We have to enter this manually because I still have not worked out how to actually do this properly. So we're going to put in the first waypoint, which is Desig. Right here. Yes. Then from Desig, we are going to take the L603, and that's to Lamix. What's next? The UT29. To Libzo. Then the UL975 to Lesra. Perfect. So let's get that plugged in. Perfect. After Lesra, we're going to Detso. That's a direct plan. From Detso, we are going to take the N873. Oops. There we go. To ARS. And from there, the T317 to LTOC. And that is that. Okay. We will do a quick visual check in a second, but for now, EGCC. Okay, so I thought I had performed my flight plan correctly, but I hadn't actually. I didn't realise that there's no SID that goes to DESIG that takes off from runway 23, and our winds mean we're taking off from runway 23. So what I've just done is I've just changed it around. We will be taking off from runway 23 right, and we will be taking the pole 5R SID. Yeah. And let's clear that. Oops. Yeah, there we go. For arrival, we will be landing on runway 19 right, based on the current weather, and we'll be taking Alto 2N. There we go. Let's just do a quick check to make sure I don't have any errors. Perfect. So if we go here to the plan, I'll just zoom out a little bit. We can go through and just double check that everything looks okay. So far, so good. Perfect. Let's stick that back to arc mode. So next thing to do is performance. Now I need to calculate my performance values, so I have this already saved. V1 will be 137, 146 for VR, and the same for V2. Transition altitude. We are going to be taking off with flaps 1, and our trim is up 0.5. Okay. Flex temperature is going to be 59 degrees. There we go. Let's just clear this from here as well. Next thing to do, now that this is set, we have got everything ready. So what's next on the checklist? So QNH mode verify. So INHG we wanted on HPA, yep. Weather here is 1019, I believe. I think that's what it said before. Let me just load this little guy. Weather here, altimeter is 2968. Ow, doesn't help me. I'm pretty sure it's 1019 because I just had it when I was checking the weather. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Let me double check that again. In fact, it should be 1006. Perfect. Next will be mode range set. Yes, I'm going to put the constraints on as well. You can see we've got a constraint here of 5,000, which means I am going to set we'll do it in a second. VOR ADF select. We will go with VORs for both of them. And speed managed. Yep, that's managed. Heading managed. Yeah, exactly. Initial altitude. So this is where we will just set it to 5,000. You can see now we've got our 5,000 in nav mode and climb mode. And IRS confirmed aligned. Yep. Flight director. Cycle off, then on. Okay. Off, then on. LS is off on both sides, yes. FCU, verify correct and complete. I don't remember what the FCU is. I need to check this. As you can see, there's lots of things that I'm missing. So, before start, fueling, verified disconnected, balance and sufficient. So, 8720 is what we want. Is it connected? It is not connected. Perfect. Chocks, get those removed. In fact, let's remove the baggage loaders first and remove both of those stairs. Then we can remove the chocks. Perfect. Traffic cones removed, that's fine. APU. Master switch on. There we go. APU is ready. So let's get that started. We'll also put the crew supply of oxygen on. I will put the wipers on, but not just yet. We don't need them yet. Just look here. You can see our APU is building up. There we go. We have bleed power available. So let's check that the APU bleed is on. It is now on. External power should be off, and we should also disconnect it. Doors closed and beacon on. So, beacon on. Doors closed, we will double check in a second. We'll do that with an outside view. All doors closed. Perfect. Next on our list will be pushback. Okay. I have got the plug-in better pushback. However, what I should probably do is check which way I'm going to taxi. So, better pushback. Pre-plan the pushback. We just double check that that is still so we'll push back to here. And then I think, I did say we'll push tail to the right, but I think it's going to be better to go this way. Perfect. So, let's accept that.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Okay, plan sorted. Ground communication, that's initiated, that's done. So, we can now begin our pushback
Ground to
procedure.
cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Let's have a little look. Let's watch our tow coming up. Quite possible it's going to drive straight through the scenery. We'll see. Sorry. That happens because I've got two screens. Every now and again, it seems to just the mouse it goes onto the next screen and then it gets a bit stuck. Ah, here's my tug. Perfect.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Let's get into the tug view. This nice view. Just a shame the drawings got a bit weird, but that's because I'm kind of half in, half out of the tug. You can see it raising the wheel.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so let's get those parking brakes turned off. Fantastic.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Right. May start engine. So, over here, engine mode selector, ignition, start, and engine 2, turn on. And what we need to do, just monitor, we should see some fuel flow. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Let's turn that off. And we'll try that again. There we go. That's better. Let's just have a quick look out the window, see what we've got going on. So, engine 1, you've got fuel flow, N2 is at almost 60%, which is good. So, that's engine 2 stabilised. Engine 1 coming on. I don't like single engine taxiing. I know it's
Operation
completely
complete.
possible.
Set parking brake.
Sorry, I was being talked over there. There we go. Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Now we'll wait for them to disconnect while we spool up the other engine. I have to say, I love the heat effect that comes from this. Absolutely amazing. It's incredible to see. You don't get this on things like the Aerosoft aircraft. I'm not sure about the P3D. So we're being asked if we want to disconnect, so let's go for disconnect and hand signals. And if we have a look, both engines are now available. So after start, engine and wing anti-ice as required.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
.8. I'm not sure what's going on here. We're being told that they disagree with our weights. 62.8 out of 52.4. Interesting. That'll be why. I didn't actually set the weights. So that was my own silly fault. Oh. An aircraft has just arrived in front of us while we're pushing back. And there's another aircraft taxiing out in front of it. Lovely. So, next on the checklist, let's check. APU bleed off and APU master off. So, bleed off. Master off. Okay. Pitch trim set. So, we're going for up 0.5. There we go. It's up 0.5. Engine mode selector, put it onto normal. Spoilers armed. There we go. Flaps set, so we're going with flaps 1. And rudder trim set to 0, correct. Flight controls, check. So we will do that in a second. So we can check the rudder. Sorry, the elevator. Or horizontal stabilizer as it's called sometimes as well. We can check the ailerons. Perfect. And the last thing to track would be the rudder. And that appears to be okay. I've done something that I tend to do a lot, which is that I've actually forgotten to set Skytrack going to record this flight, which is really annoying. Right, let's just line ourselves up straight so I can do a full test. Let's disconnect, and let's do a full, oh, come on, excuse me. So that's a full check. Not the correct way to do it, really. Ecam status checked, door page checked, hand signals received, yeah. So for taxiing, taxi clearance, yeah, we're ignoring that. Parking brakes released, auto brake should be set to max, yes. Takeoff config should be pressed, we will not do that just yet. And the taxi light should be on. We will get to the runway, and once at the runway, I'll switch my engines off and start this again. There is an aircraft landing. I'm just going to give it a little bit more thrust. Just speed up this taxi a little bit. We're going to go to the far end. Should have probably put the wipers on. And because I'm going to have to restart the engine, I'm going to need to put the APU back on. Oh, that was not good. I spent too much time looking up at the upper pedestal. So we will just wait here. Now, there we go. Let's put those parking brakes on. Just have a quick look at this as well. This is the, I think it's the airport enhancement pack it's called. Look at how detailed these lines are. And the detail is incredible. It's absolutely brilliant. But we have something to do because I'm a little bit stupid. APU is on. Let's get the bleed on. There we go. Now we can switch those engines off. Let's get all of this turned off. So we're going to leave it there. Next time we will be taking off. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.